Karen from EdibleWildFood.com. And if you're new to my channel, if you could do me the kindness and consider subscribing to my channel, I would certainly be most appreciative. And if you are a subscriber, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm in my friend's backyard, and as many decades as I have been out there foraging, I have never found nipplewort, which is this one here. Let's see, it's going to be very difficult. It's a little windy. So, because I can't find this in the wild, I'm just going to do it right here in Liz's backyard. Nipplewort, the Latin name is Lapsana communis, and another common name that it's known by would be nippleweed, swine's cress, or dock cress. This actually has a rather pleasant taste. I'm going to be making some chips with that tomorrow. And it has a somewhat peppery taste to it. Anyway, this is a plant that can grow up to 3 feet tall. And this one here is probably passing 3 feet tall, easy. Let me see if I can focus in on these flowers. It's going to be really hard for me to see with this sun in my eyes. There we go. I think I've got it. And what I'm going to do is pick a few and take them home and do a little quick vid just if in case this wasn't in focus. And if it's not, I totally apologize. So the leaf structure, when it is down near the base here, it forms a basal formation at the beginning of its growth. And it is an annual, or it's a winter annual. So the leaf structure, as you can see, is lobed. The margins are smooth with wavy edges there, or smooth wavy edges. And the plant multi-branches if it is really healthy. And the leaves become somewhat triangular as they get higher up on the stem. So it somewhat resembles garlic mustard in its second year of growth. All parts of this plant exude a milky latex, and the stem is hollow. And as you can see here, I've taken a small plant, snapped it in half, and you can see that the stem is hollow. It's going to be really difficult to stand here and count how many flower heads there are, but as you can see, many of them are not opening up. Let's see if I can focus in here. It's going to be very difficult. You know, I'm going to take one of these home and I'll show you in a close-up toward the end of this video. But in any case, each of these produces anywhere from 8 to 25 and sometimes more flower heads. And these are, this one here is actually quite tiny, but the ones over here are dime size. And the flower structure is that of the chicory, yellow, of course, in color, and it can be confused with wild lettuces, and the wall wild lettuce in particular. And it's called it's called the wall lettuce. So let's go take a quick peek at the difference between those. This is the best way to see the comparison between nipplewort and wall lettuce. Although those flowers look similar as you approach it in the wild, once you get close, you can clearly see the difference. Now, let's take a look at the leaves. The leaf structure, just like the flowers, are totally different. So hopefully this helps you in seeing the difference between the two. Here is a comparison of a lower leaf with an upper leaf. Now, the common name nipplewort was apparently based on the plant's milky latex to soothe cracked and inflammation of the breasts of nursing mothers. Some believe it's because of the flower bud. Kind of resembles a nipple. Many researchers have looked into this plant, and they believe that the large quantity of triterpene alcohols in nipplewort may explain its healing properties. The volatile oil has inflammatory and antiseptic properties. Let's see, there we go. It's kind of hard when I've got the sun blocking my vision somewhat, or it's not really blocking my vision, it just makes it hard to see through a screen. But anyways, young leaves, even the older leaves, can be used in salads, sandwiches. It would lend well to savory dishes. As I mentioned, it has a peppery or radish-like flavor, and I'm going to be making some chips with these, which I will show you at the very end of this video. In Canada, this plant was first found in Quebec around 1830, and in the United States, nipplewort was first recorded in about 1884 in New England, and by 1916, it made its way to Hawaii. So I'm going to finish here. I'll show you a close-up of the flower shortly, and nipplewort chips. And here is the close-up of the nipplewort flower. So as it turns out, my friend Liz, her neighbor, also has nipplewort and tons of it. And this is the young growth. So not only will I be making some chips, I'm going to make, or attempt to make, a nice peppery tasting soup with these leaves and flowers and the young shoots. So stay tuned. As I've been removing the leaves to make the chips, I came across a lower leaf that definitely has more of an appearance like the wall lettuce. And I just wanted to show you that because in the images I showed earlier, it wasn't as distinct with the lobes, but this is a better comparison. But back to work here, getting things ready. So I've separated it. This is going to be for the soup. I'm going to tincture that because that was from the youngest ones. And these are going to become chips. So now to take this all inside. One thing I noticed when I started separating leaves from the stems is that from the time I just walked down the road a bit and brought these home, the leaves lost a lot of their rigidity and they became very, very soft. So when you're working with these, you got to be very careful because you don't want to rip or tear them. And I'm hoping that these turn out to be really good tasting chips. What I did is I just took some organic olive oil and Himalayan salt and some black pepper. I'm not going to use any of my other spice blends right now because I want to see what these taste like just with simple Himalayan salt and a little bit of pepper, because these leaves do have somewhat of a peppery kick to them, almost like a radish taste. So now I'm going to place them on parchment paper, on a baking sheet, and put them in the oven. Lunch is served. Here is everything I created today with the nipplewort plant. We have the chips, some soup. There's the tincture that I made as well. And there's all the leftover down there. I decided to make some pesto with it as well because there was enough to use and I really didn't want to waste any of it. So there you go. A lunch made with nipplewort plant. So I want to thank each and every one of you for watching my video right to the end. Your support is truly appreciated. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, please share, and be sure to hit that bell for future notification of videos being uploaded if you are a subscriber. Thank you so much